series with Just Shayna, and we're going to be talking about the newest episode of Kemono Jihen, which is technically not the newest episode, but I'm very behind, so... Alright, let's not talk about that. Back to the show. So in this episode, we're back with Shiki. He's terrified out of his mind. Remember when I was last talking about him breathing heavy? He made like this crazy revelation that if he's faced with scary things, he kind of blacks out.
I find it a little odd because I'm like, but bugs aren't scary? Just me? Just me? Okay. Just me? Okay.
So Shiki's definitely afraid of scary things. So that is the reason why he's like unable to move or do anything when he sees that woman turn into a mosquito, because she's terrifying. She's scary looking. Like, look at her. Like, if you saw the episode, you would see how crazy she looks. She looks crazy.
She looked crazy, hella crazy.
I promised myself I would not curse because I have a tendency to curse.
And I realized I should probably watch my mouth. My language is just a bad habit. We're gonna stop. So if I catch myself, we just gonna stop, okay?
So Shiki does mention saying that he remembers what it used to be like living with his mom. And he mentions that he remembers for a short period what it was like living with her. And then after that, blank. No memories of her at all. No memories of anything of his family. So he thinks to himself, if I can't remember, something scary must have happened. Because Shiki, it seems like when something scary happens to him, he blacks out. It's like he's just erasing the trauma from his brain. That's basically what he's doing. He's erasing the trauma from his brain, which is kind of sad. It's such a horrible way of dealing with his problems. So while Shiki is trying to think of all the things that he could possibly do, he's realizing he still can't move. He's still like immobile. He's still just trying to like smack himself out of it. You see Kabne dragging the other lady's head across the hall, and you just like... Mihai kind of insults him and says, you're gonna let your junior show you up? That was bait. And Shiki ate that bait. So basically Mihai gives him that little motivation boost by saying, you gonna let your junior show you up? And he's like, you know what? So he basically ends up taking the control of the situation and beating that girl, which is like, yes, Shiki. Yes. And that's why I love Shiki. This is why I like Shiki. Because you know what? He has his faults. But you know, he's pretty strong too. Like, I mean, Kabine's stronger, but like, I like Shiki. I just like Shiki. I just feel like he's more down to earth. I could relate more to Shiki than I could relate to Kabine, who's just like, where's the light bulb? It's just like Shiki uses logic and reasoning, and Kabine's just like fight. Kabine, he has like Goku's mindset. Goku like literally would just be like, oh, I don't care, I'll just fight till I can't move no more. He would be happy he was dead, walking around with a little halo on his head. It's just like, Kabine's just like, oh yeah, I mean, if I die, I'll come back to life. Which is true, but at the same time, like, why you keep playing with your life?
Why? Like, I know you can come back to life, but stop playing with your life. Like, it's not a game. What if you really can't come back one day? What if something happens?
Shiki defeats the girl, Kabine and Akira eventually catch up with Shiki, and they're like, yo, you already defeated your opponent? Damn, like, we didn't even have to come here. He was like, yeah, you really didn't. And I was just like, Shiki, so adorable. He's trying to be tough. Even though he was sweating his ass off, he looked like he was about to cry and piss his pants. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love Shiki, but damn, bro. I saw you at your weakest moment. It's okay. You don't gotta lie about it. It's alright. This other lady comes out of nowhere and she sees that her sisters are trapped in Shiki's web. So the lady's like, let's make a deal. If you don't tell anyone, I promise I won't let you die. Like, that's a deal? That's the deal you're offering? That sounds really terrible. Like, I'm like, that's an awful, like, come on. You gotta give me a little substance, something a little better than that. So Kabine's like, no, I can't accept that deal. I can't just let you get away with everything you've been getting away with. So I'm here to do my job. And I'm like, someone take their job too seriously, because I'm not gonna front. Even though that deal sounded bad, I would have taken it.
And I'm like, I didn't see nothing. See no evil, hear no evil. Like, I didn't see anything. Period. What? I'm sorry. Who are you? Where's the door? Okay, great. Thanks.
Kabine. It's like, listen, say less. Say less. You don't gotta tell me no more than that. Kabine says no, basically. And then the lady just, she starts attacking him. She's like, all right, cool. We don't fight. So she starts attacking him. Kabane is losing desperately. Desperately. Then Shiki tries to come help him, and then he gets knocked to the floor. Akira tries to help him. He gets knocked to the wall. Like, it's just like, damn, everyone's losing out here. Forgot to mention that before that entire fight happened, that girl sucked both of her sisters' blood out of them. She basically killed them.
I'm just like, damn, you really like your sisters. Damn. It wasn't that deep. You didn't have to kill your sisters. Oh my gosh.
So basically, Kabane is like thinking Shiki and Akira are gonna die if he doesn't win this, but he realizes that he's too weak to defeat this woman, and he starts to slowly like accept it, but at the same time not accept it, because then he starts to fight back, and he's like, why am I even fight? His mind is like, why am I fighting back? Why am I fighting back if I know I'm gonna lose? So because the real reason why, we all know why he's fighting back, because he wants to protect Akira and Shiki, because they're family to him now. They've become important to him. They've become people that are special to him. Shiki and Akira have become family to Kabane. Kabane hasn't had much growing up. Like, if you saw his past life in episode 1, no one really cared about him. No one really gave a crap about him. Like, that's the reality. And even though no one cared about him, he would still protect them. He would still protect them, because that's just the kind of person Kabane is. He's just a good person. Like, he's willing to protect something just because it's the right thing to do. But in this case, he's willing to protect Akira and Shiki because he cares about them. And that's very obvious. Mihai is like, let me give you some advice. Just act on instinct. So Mihai is like, just think of your instincts. What do you want to do right now? He's like, I want to take down this opponent. And why do you want to take down this opponent? Because I want to protect Mihai. I want to protect everyone. You know, he wants to protect Akira. He wants to protect Shiki. Then he has this moment. It's almost like a moment of clarity that Kabane gets to protect Shiki and Akira, and his hair turns red. It's like, I'm just like, so this is really turning into like a Super Saiyan-esque
Kind of anime? Like, is this what this is turning into? His hair turned freaking red.
He had so much power. He knocked that girl on her butt, and he ripped her arms out of her body.
Yikes.
So then he does that, and he realizes, whoa, I have way more control than I did. Because that happened to him the first time in the first episode when they took off his life stone and he had no control. But this time he still had the life stone on, but he had control, and his hair just turned red. But he was so strong, like super powerful. And Mihai is like, this is how, you know, you attain this power. You have to act on instinct. You can't rely on your human emotions. Act on instinct. Basically, like, you know, an animal acts on instinct when they see their family in danger. So Kabane is going to finish the job, and Inugami is like, wait, hold up, stop. We're just investigators. We don't do this. This is not us. So basically, Mihai eventually let Inugami out of the closet, and Inugami kind of had to stop everything. So eventually this other kid shows up with blonde hair, and apparently this kid works for Inari. So he's the person that's coming to, you know, clean up this mess. Basically takes his forefinger like this, taps on the lady, puts 3 dots on her, and he basically burns her into ashes. He burns all of them. He basically burns all the sisters just so he can erase any evidence, because if anything comes up with those 3 sisters, then they're apparently held liable for whatever reason. The blonde-haired kid starts talking to, I don't even remember what the kid's name is. The blonde-haired kid starts talking to Kabane, and he's like, hey, just a heads up, Inari's still after your life stone. She's like, a little secret here, Inari's still, I didn't realize, I'm like, Inari's still after his damn life stone? What's so special about this damn life stone?
He's like, thanks, but why are you telling me? And he's like, because I hate her. Damn. I'm not surprised.
To have a job and you hate your boss, common problem. He's just like,
I hate her, that's why.
I'm like, Cohen feels differently, but whatever. And he was telling him, you know, just be careful, you know, around her, because, you know, we are Bakekitsune. We are Bakekitsune. And I'm just like, what the hell is a Bakekitsune? Basically, it's someone that's like a trickster. So someone that tricks you, and they're mischievous, or something of that sort. I'll put the definition here at some point. Hopefully it looks kind of cool right here. He's saying watch out for the Baka Kitsune, and I'm just like, what's a Baka Kitsune? So eventually they go home. Shiki really overexerted himself. Not only is he terrified of scary things, he also had to fight alone for the most of it. Like, at least Kabe had some backup. Like, he had Akira. Akira's Akira, but still, like, Shiki really did have to fight alone. He was inside, like, he had to, like, infiltrate and do all that stuff and be calm. You know what I mean? With everything that ended up happening, I think he did pretty well. It's also assuming because he's a kid, too. Like, let's be honest, like, he's a kid. Like, come on. And then he's just following Shiki everywhere after Shiki eventually wakes up. And Shiki's like, yo, leave me the hell alone. And he's like, just following him. Like, he's not even answering him. He's just staring at him like this. He's just worried. Like, after that entire fight, they could have died. So then after a while, Kabane is staring at Shiki, Akira, and Inugami because they're all sitting down talking. And, you know, Shiki's complaining about how Kabane is following him everywhere. And Kabane is just thinking to himself, I feel like I forgot something. And then he realizes he forgot about Kon. Fucking Kon. Because he promised Kon he would return to the tree that she was hiding at. And it's been days. It has been days since he's last gone to that tree. So Kabane is basically like, I had a mission, so I, like, you know, like, things got kind of crazy. And she's like, wow, I've never had a mission that lasted a couple of days. And he's like, I actually just forgot about you. Kabane, in this case, it is okay to lie. Lie! It's okay! It is alright. Because she even saved him fish and everything that went rotten because she was waiting for him. It was kind of embarrassing. I felt kind of bad for him and her. I felt kind of bad for her. And then I realized that that blonde-haired kid is, like, watching both of them. And I'm just like, yo, what's going on? And he says, I told that kid, the blonde-haired kid's like, I told that kid to watch out for Baka Kitsune. And I'm just like, is he saying that Kon is, like, a trickster? Is he trying to say that Kon is trying to trick him or something? Like, so I'm wondering if there's, like, if Inari is getting Kon to, like, trick him so that she can get that life stone from Kabane, because apparently Kabane has to hand over the life stone willingly. So maybe Kon is trying to befriend Kabane so that she could coerce him into giving Inari the life stone, or maybe her the life stone. I don't know who she wants to, but Inari wants that damn life stone. It's crazy. Oh, also the fact that now Shiki wants to find out about his family. I'm so excited about that. I was like, yay! So after that whole battle, Shiki was like, you know what? If I could face that, then I should follow up with Inugami about my family, because Inugami had mentioned, hey, I found something out about your parents, and he didn't want to know because the reason why he had forgotten so many things about his family was because he thinks that something scary may have happened. And when he's in the face of scary or terrifying things, he blacks out. You know, like, he just forgets it. So the fact that Inugami had any information on his parents, he just didn't want to know because he's afraid to find out what it was that made him forget or why he didn't remember anything about them. He's afraid because, like, why does he not remember anything about them in the first place? You know, it's kind of weird. Like, why doesn't he remember anything about his family? I remember at one point he just assumed that they abandoned him, but maybe that wasn't the case. But it seems like he doesn't even want to find out because he's afraid that something terrifying may have happened that may have caused him to forget anything about his parents. So now he's gonna try to find out about his parents, and I'm super excited because I want to see what's gonna end up happening and what information Inugami is gonna find out. So what do you guys think about this episode? I thought it was pretty good. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm probably gonna watch it right now. If I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna watch it right now because I need to see what happens. I need to see if Shiki meets his family. I need to see what's going on with Kon, because she seems like I don't know if she's trying to trick Kabane into something or what. And I just really love this episode. It's just getting better and better. I know there's only 12 episodes because I've checked, but I hope they make a season 2 because there's no way they can end this in like a couple more episodes because this is a good show. So tell me what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.